Welcome to the Nomadic Millionaire podcast, where we delve into the world of technology, entrepreneurship, and interviewing nomadic entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Ro Rizvi, and today we have the pleasure of speaking with Julian Crypto, the co-founder of MaxData.app, who's known for his experience in the crypto space and his unique journey as a nomadic entrepreneur. Julian, it's great to have you on the show. Welcome.
Hey man, it's a pleasure to be here. And we met last week in a Phuket, yes?
Yeah.
Right now we are talking on this video podcast. Let's talk about some altcoins. Let's talk about Bitcoin, speculation.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely excited to get into this. So just to start, though, could you please give us a brief introduction about your background, what it was like growing up for you as an entrepreneur, your starting journey, your experience in the crypto space, and how you became a nomadic entrepreneur?
You know, I started to interested in Bitcoin since 2013. First time I wanted to buy Bitcoin when it was $1,000, and I asked my friend. He was investing in traditional markets, and I asked him, Thomas, do you invest in Bitcoin? Do you recommend it, or do you think it's wise to invest in Bitcoin? And he said, no, I'm not investing in this. I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped it, and I didn't dive into invest deeper. And it was, of course, a bad idea. Again, I started interested in Bitcoin in crypto market in 2017 when it was $3,000, not 1,000, and then I bought some and started to doing a few businesses around it. Mining company, it failed. Never mind different companies and trading, speculation, and in 2021, I asked myself how I can make on that upcoming bull market even more than I get from the 2017, because on 2017 I get some percentage around 3 times that I put in, I take out in 2017. So I asked myself, how it would be possible to get even more? And I started to search into looking, for example, on-chain data, on-chain metrics. Right now, I'm searching on different kind of altcoin speculation, which are techniques, things which are able to give a trader, give a speculator, and give some more time to do the decision, to do the right decision. For example, info about listings, also insiders info. For example, instant alerts about delistings on exchanges. For example, instant alerts about some partnerships, some altcoins, etc., etc., etc. So when I'm looking at the crypto market, there is plenty of situation which traders or speculators may see something and use that information before everybody else will use it. And that's why we are developing right now MaxData, and MaxData is focused on finding such schemes, finding such patterns, not technical patterns, not technical analysis, not support and resistance zones. It's too obvious, but finding things which are not so obvious for most of people across the market.
Okay. Interesting. So you got introduced to crypto, you had a little run in 2017, and then you decided you want to go and create a software around this. Now, we'll definitely get to, all the powers that your product can do. But I'm curious, did you have a background in software? What made you want to go and build a software as a service as an entrepreneur rather than doing something else, like creating a crypto token or something like that? Why software?
Software is a software, and blockchain, and right now artificial intelligence. These are areas where there's a lot of money, to be honest. let's be true. There is a lot of money, but why in these areas is a lot of money? Why in a software, not in a, for example, sales? Because many people are talking about sales, and that in sales there is a lot of money. Yeah, in some area, of course, but software especially. And why software? Why automations? Because this is useful. This is useful for people, for companies. This is really helpful. One software engineer can make a software right now, can develop some code, and it is able to do a job which is normally done by, for example, 1 or 3 or 2 people monthly. And one code is able to give you so much money. For example, company, so much saved money. For example, automation for traders, automation for finding alerts from the market, not looking it by ourselves, but finding it automatically. So there's a lot of money basically. And why there's a lot of money? Because it's useful for people. So useful is what is useful? Software is useful right now. Blockchain is really useful. And Bitcoin is really useful right now.
For sure.
Artificial intelligence as right now a big trend. But I'm using artificial intelligence daily. In my daily work, in my private things, I'm using artificial intelligence. In the software we are developing in MaxData, we are using artificial intelligence, GPT algorithm. In news aggregation, in filtration of tweets, we are using GPT algorithm.
Okay.
Also, each of developers on MaxData is using AI daily, GPT daily.
Nice.
Every developer.
So it's already integrated into the software, yeah?
Yeah, because it's much faster. When you use AI right now, it's much faster than traditional, for example, coding. Before, one of our developers told me that before all that trend happened, so 1 year ago, he was coding somewhere around 50% by himself, and the other 50% was some code find across the web. But right now he told me that right now he's coding around 10% of the code.
Okay. Wow. That's
and
crazy.
90% is brought by AI.
Wow. And it's only the beginning, right? It's only going to get better and better, and it's going to be more about how good of an input you could put into these technologies.
With such tools, the same person can do much more in the same amount of time. So it's much more efficient. Developer,
Absolutely.
entrepreneur, trader. If trader is using some tools which are helping him find some signals, some alerts from the market, some patterns, he's much more efficient.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about that. In what ways can AI and also your software help a trader?
So how it's work, yeah? How MaxData work.
Basically, like, how does MaxData work? How does it benefit both users and businesses as well?
Yeah, let's talk about on examples. I will show you first examples, and that we talk about specifics.
Cool.
So do you see my screen right now?
Coming up.
Yeah, you can see, right? Yes.
Yeah, it should be coming up.
So, do you see these charts right now?
It's still loading here. I think it might take a second, but there we go. Now it's there.
Yeah. So I will be just showing you some examples, so you can think about it. For example, Radix. Last time, Radix rose a big amount of percentage. First round was around 60%. Second round, even 200% in just 7 days, in just 1 week. And when it all began, in my opinion, this began because I get this tweet through MaxData alerts that Radix marketplace update. We are pleased to announce, they tweeted, that Gate.io has added XRD perpetuals to its marketplace. Of course, this is not the whole thing, but that for sure was a little impulse to that first run. Other things, listings. Many people are playing on listings on exchanges. In MaxData, we analyzed 25,000 events by code, and our programmers told us that listings are historically most profitable in the across whole other events. So that's why we talk about listings altcoins on the exchanges. So MaxData, there is also a tool which is sending you alert and calling you when the listings occur. So for example, Wi-Fi, 45% in just 6 hours. And to be honest, the average percentage from listings is not 45 or 60%. It's around 13 to 16% plus in few days.
Okay.
But it's still around, still more than 10% plus. 83% of tokens are in plus. Max network, plus 23%. After that tweet, we are excited to join the coin market cap community. And it was tweeted right here. Next, listing alert. It was tweeted right here, plus 40%, but it was really, really risky because it's already had big rise of the price previously. So what we are looking for on comparing this fundamental news, so listings or tweets, we are looking for situations where the price it seems to be low, and there is good info from the market. So we always try to find two parameters: low price or not high price, and good info from the market. Next, on the opposite side, Binance. When Binance is listing something, it's rising, and when Binance is delisting something, some tokens, it has no easy days. And this token, Jasmy Coin, fell 18% in just 2 days after info from Binance that it will delist the tokens. So basically, if, for example, you own Jasmy Coin and you're not aware that Binance is delisting it, on the next day you can have a loss over 20%. Yeah. So it's really, really important, in my opinion. If we have any altcoins, for example, if I have any altcoins, I'm doing rules on MaxData to be notified whenever such a situation may occur. Stack versus BTC plus 140% in just 1 day. After this tweet, and this tweet started at all this run, bullish on the developer community building on Bitcoin.
Nice.
Right, just from the tweet, and in 10 days plus 210%. Listing alert, and here is a as you can see, phone, because when there are listing alerts, there's also Telegram alerts and automation on the phone. So the caller bot is calling you and saying that there is a listing on exchange. Okay. Plus 106% in 9 days, plus 23% in 1 day, plus 169% in 1 month. Most time the listings are profitable in our analysis in 1 to 2 days.
Okay.
And
around which coin? Oh, sorry. Which coin was this one?
This is SSV.
Okay.
And in 1 or 2 days, and most of the average maximum profit is around 13 to 17%.
Fair enough. Now, as a trader, don't you have to be? I'm curious. You have to be pretty quick on these trades, right? And I'm
You
sure
have
there's a
to
lot of
be
guys
you have to
automating.
be quick as hell,
Hmm.
and that's why there is Colorbot
Hmm.
to be faster than others.
Okay. What is that?
Uh,
Is that are you trading via API or?
it's calling you.
Oh, it's
No, no,
calling you.
no.
Okay.
Right now, there is no trading via API, but we have been working on such bots since over 1 year
Okay.
right now, and we are ready to give that bots right away, maybe
Hmm.
around in 1 month. So
Okay.
in 1 month, users on MaxData will be available to trade fully automatically, buy and sell, and
Nice.
set specific rules on MaxData, for example, by listing alerts.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
it's will, it will be a big game changer on MaxData.
Nice. Although
Next,
it's not necessary to do that, right? You can still. I know people that get alerts and
yeah,
still
it's
trade
not necessary.
manually. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
necessary, but for example, most of alerts, many of alerts are during the night in
Mhm.
Europe. So, for example, if somebody is trading, uh, if somebody wants to trade some altcoins which is listed during the night, he have to turn on his mobile phone during the
Yeah.
night and be wake up
Sleep
by
next to the
the
phone.
color bot. Yeah,
Yeah.
but after 1 month, if we when we will r- release trading bots,
Mhm.
there will be not such
Nice.
necessity. Next, look at this.
Hmm.
CZ, as you can remember, of course, tweeted
Yeah.
about FTX
Right.
that as a part of Binance exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly $2.1 billion USD, equivalent in cash, BUSD, and FTT. Due to
Mhm.
recent revelations that have come to light, we have decided to liquidate any remaining FTT on our books.
Uh,
By the
we all
way,
know what happened. Mhm.
everybody knows what happened. I were able to react even before the tweet.
Oh wow.
Just after the tweet, as you can see, the market collapse. But
Mhm.
believe me or not, but you can check it on Max Data and very soon on Telegram history on our channels, that we reacted, and also on our Twitter probably, that we were reacted, the whole community, around 1 day before that happened. 1 day before the tweet.
Interesting.
Why? Why 1 day before a tweet? So I will show you, because there's also on-chain metrics on Max Data,
Mhm.
and around 1 day before that tweet was this situation: big, huge inflow into exchanges of bitcoins.
Okay.
Many bitcoins were sent. This is that increase, as you can see.
Hmm.
Many bitcoins were sent into exchanges, and that was huge red alert for hours for traders. It's on Max Data, as you can see. So we decided to take our cash away from altcoins and BTC just after this, because it was too huge. Where is the bitcoins into exchanges inflowing? It's increase of bitcoins on exchanges. So basically, probably somebody will sell them. So
Hmm.
basically, if they will sell them, they will dump the price. It's obvious, yeah? It's logical.
For sure.
So most of the times when there is so big inflow into exchanges of bitcoins, our users are notified through Telegram and through Colorbot. And the
Mhm.
Colorbot is also calling their phone. Never mind where are you, in Spain, in
Mhm.
Thailand number, or Polish number, or European, American.
Okay.
Never
It
mind.
actually calls you.
It's
Okay.
calling you and
Mhm.
telling you a simple command. The
Nice.
exchange of bitcoins the Bitcoins on exchange reserve increased right now. So we have to check the chart, analyze it, do your own research, and decide what to do. Veracity, this tweet, Veracity new roadmap, and this is we have to focus on the words and on the phrases. So in each tweet there is some kind of words which might suggest us that that tweet can be bullish or bearish. And for example, look at this tweet and tell me, in your opinion, what in this tweet is some words which are bullish.
Can you actually read it out, because it's very small on my screen?
And do you see the zoom right now? Do you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, Veracity's new roadmap is now live. So that sounds bullish. New roadmap, focused on commercial goals, and launching a payments app. That's what looks most bullish to me.
Yeah, new roadmap is live. Maybe launch, maybe the adoption, maybe released, will be released. So basically, plenty of words, and some of the words are seems to be bullish. So this alert was right here, and
which month was that? Month and year?
This tweet was right here. I mean, this tweet. It's a January. It's a January. And it rises, of course, more than 100% in just 3 days. Next, listing. And we have also insider alerts about listings. And insider alerts are these kind of alerts which are not available to be seen on the website, on a Twitter, anywhere, on a Telegram. It's just unofficial info that we have. And last year, during last year, we had over 50 insiders info. And each insider
tracking wallets. I don't know if you can go into it. Are you tracking wallets?
I cannot tell you this.
All right, fair enough.
But we have more than 50 alerts, insiders alerts, and average one inside alert is around 5 to 7% more profitable than the normal standard alert. Because we have info before the whole market have. Nice. So our users also are notified about it. And next, the central land. And this is the pattern, what we are looking for. So we are looking always for the low price, lower than most averages, exponential moving averages, and the good news. So the central land, this tweet. Attention, there have been reports of scam emails regarding vulnerability in the Mana smart contract. This is not an official DCL email. There is no such vulnerability requiring your action. Please stay alert for emails impersonating the central land. And that was of course good info, because it was saying that there is no vulnerability, and it roses around 17% in just 3 days. The listings. As we are talking about listings, let's talk about delistings. And the delistings on Binance are horrific for many coins. Binance, based on our most recent review, Jasmy coin and Helium will be delisted. I told about Jasmy, here is Helium, minus 44% in just 3 days, and minus 58% in just 8 days. And imagine again, if you not use listings alerts, if you not earn money on this kind of alerts, you don't mind, because you have the same amount of dollars. But if you have a coin which is delisted, and you will not use the delisting alert, after 1 week you have half of it.
Yeah, and the liquidity is going to be gone
So
pretty soon.
it's not use it or not use it. If we are if we want to be a professional in this, in my opinion, it's necessary to use such apps. And if you will find some other app than Max Data which is doing such tools, I'm open to use it,
Sure.
because we are putting in this app from the beginning. We started putting it our own money altogether, not thinking about selling it, but just thinking about doing some cool app for ours to make our capital bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Not to do some software as a service. From the beginning, it wasn't that idea. From the beginning, the idea was to do some app for me and my friends to just protect our money and make more money.
Nice. Nice. I mean, yeah,
So,
trading as a trader, like information and data is everything. It can make a huge difference in how you profit. So, a tool like this is absolutely necessary, I feel like.
oh, this is really interesting. You remember when Vitalik said about Solana, and Solana rose more than 100% in just half
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
I was doing a video about this. I was commenting this widely,
Uh-huh.
and even doing predictions about that move, and it was quite correctly.
Shocking.
Uh, so look at this. So Vitalik wrote, "Some smart people," and this is really important. When Vitalik wrote it, when Solana was on really low, it was tremendously low. So the price was really good to buy. So Vitalik wrote, "Some smart people," and Vitalik is from Ethereum. Yeah, he's not from Solana. "Some smart people tells me there's an earnest, smart developer community in Solana. Now that the awful opportunistic money people have been washed out, the chain has a bright future. Hard to me tell from outside, but I hope the community gets its fair chance to thrive." So what we see here is we see somebody from outside the project,
Mm-hmm.
Solana, but somebody who is really important. Vitalik is one of the most important personas in the crypto industry. So some VIP person, so some big influencer is telling good things about other altcoin, other project, especially when that project is real low, really low.
It's a good time to buy.
All right, I have another alert right now that
Yeah.
ZPay will be listed on
Yeah.
on
Let's
uh,
take a look at
on
that.
KuCoin.
Okay.
ZPay will be listed on KuCoin.
Nice. And
So we can check the ZPay
mhm.
chart right now if you want.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that. So you got alert in Telegram as well, and then you can check the charts.
Yeah, we have also on Telegram,
Mhm.
on mobile phone. ZPay. Let's find ZPay. Exchange Max C. So it's in not many places. It's important to have the money on the right exchanges. Gate.io
Sure.
is really good.
Um,
Right now, the alert was right now. Mhm. So this is not easy situation for traders, because what we are looking for is low price and the good news. And right now we have good news because it will be listed, but we have high price. Why the price is high now? As you can see, in 11 days, plus 57%. So there is a big risk in this.
yeah.
Uh, Nevertheless, probably it may rise. It may rise even if 20%. It may rise, yes. but it's risky. But
Okay.
it's risky, and it's risky because of that it's uh, right now, in my opinion, it's high. So I'm looking for, and I'm using only this kind of alerts
Yeah.
when the price is flat or low, and then I get an alert, so it's not risky to me to put my money in.
Do you give like buy recommendations, or is that up to the trader to look at the RSI, to look at all those
We are
other
not
elements?
we are not focusing on giving a recommendation. Yeah, we are talking, I'm talking,
Hmm.
people are talking on groups, on chats, on max data chats, but we try rather more do a tools, more focus on some ways to use it,
Yeah,
and not to just give personal recommendations. Everybody has his own mind, and
for sure.
it's
No,
it's it's
that's
really
up to
simple,
them.
But basically, it's really simple. Find an
Yeah.
altcoin with a low price and good news.
Hmm. That's it. That's pretty
It's
much the
it's
case.
There are probably two or three other parameters. For example, safe BTC. I mean, BTC which is not falling down, or
Hmm.
so BTC is flat or up. But the two most important parameters is low price of the alt, lower than averages on different intervals, and good news. Right here, right now, we have a good news because
Yeah.
it will be listed, but it's above most of averages, as you can see.
Mm. Now, do you
Uh,
have any alts you might recommend? What alts are you? Let's
no,
talk about what alts you're bullish on.
no. You know why?
Hmm.
Because there's too much things around crypto and around altcoins, which is changing every single day. That, for example, right now I will talk with you. I can recommend you some altcoin. Yeah, I can recommend you Beam
Yeah.
or Helium
Yeah.
or Helium. Yeah, and tomorrow Helium is delisted from Binance.
Sure, that's always a risk. I mean, with
So
altcoins, you always see that.
uh,
But I
in
mean,
my
as a
opinion,
trader,
in my opinion, recommending altcoins or playing on altcoins, it's so different things, so many things which are changing every single day there. So it's, in my opinion, really hard to speculate for a long term on altcoins because there are too many things which are changing
let's
on
see.
BTC, on these altcoins, on competition. Bitcoin is different because Bitcoin is a major cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is much easier to understand its tokenomics
For
than
sure.
most of altcoins. And most of altcoins have strange tokenomics. Some wallets have a bunch of it, some not. So it's
So, okay.
Bitcoin is clear, and on Bitcoin we have also many metrics,
Hmm.
on-chain metrics, exchange metrics. So we are analyzing one chart, but with plenty of metrics.
It's
Uh,
a combination
all,
of different factors.
combination. Also, Bitcoin is influencing altcoins. So it's obvious, of course, but if we so in my opinion, much more profitable is if we are speculating on altcoins, is speculating in a mid term, in a short term,
Okay.
on events like this, on
So you're
info.
not a long-term investor of alts in general, more as a
Uh,
trade.
no, I have few.
Okay.
I have ICP in a long term, but it's a small portion. Small
Hmm.
portion. I hope that one day it will be worth a lot of money. I hope
Yeah.
because I like that project. I like the way they code.
Hmm. Okay.
It's interesting for me
Hmm.
because it's different than other altcoins and other than Filecoin, etc. Uh, I'm I have a small portion of BNB because I believe and I think that they will rise. They have tremendous exchange. They have a big chain. Many great ideas. Few days ago there was a release of Greenfield. Greenfield, yeah. on Binance chain, and it's also really interesting. But there is a small portion of this, small portion of ETH, because of its usability.
Yeah.
But it's a
You
small portion of altcoins,
makes sense. There's definitely a lot more risk in those than Bitcoin, but it's always good to have a little bit as a potential. And ICP is interesting because that's one of the craziest charts that I remember. Like as soon as it launched, I believe it went up to like I think it was like
Yeah,
$400. So it
but
has a long
ICP
way up.
didn't fall because ICP had started when the whole market started to fall in.
Right. Yeah, it was actually pretty poor timing. Yeah. So that's why
So
it does
every
have a lot of
altcoin from
potential.
that point, each altcoin from that point fell,
Yeah.
each, because it started in May, right
Right.
here. And you know what happened right here? And why Bitcoin fell down? Do you remember?
Which month are you talking about? When?
It was May. It was May when
Okay.
Bitcoin fell from 56,000 to
Yeah,
28,000.
I think that was right after Elon's Doge
Elon tweeted.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Elon tweeted that Tesla stop accepting Bitcoin.
Right. Right. And then it just
It's tweeted.
crashed.
Tweet.
Hmm.
So that's why here on MaxData tweets, it's a big, huge tool.
Wow.
You can, for example, follow each tweet from Elon Musk.
Hmm. We were talking about this. Yeah.
Do filters like this. You can follow each tweet from Elon Musk where he's mentioning Doge or Dogecoin.
You were also talking about how he recently changed the logo of Twitter to Doge,
Yeah, it's a side
and
up here. You can be notified on alert also on a phone if they will change a logo again.
Mhm. It's
And
amazing.
users of MaxData, after the second change, they were notified just after this.
Wow, look at that. That's awesome. And you guys can see all the changes on the website. No, I mean it looks very robust. I mean, coming from like social media as well as the charting and on-chain elements, like sounds like you guys cover a lot of things. Can you share any like success stories of traders that have used this, or are there companies that have maybe used Max Data?
Probably plenty of them, but we are not focusing right now on taking successful stories because users are putting it on Telegram. And if you want
Okay.
successful stories, there are plenty of them, and they are sharing, posting screenshots, etc., etc.
Nice.
Many screenshots, but we are not focusing on so much showing the results of people because it's a tool. We have to understand that Max Data is a tool. It's not a signal group. It's a tool like TradingView. Probably plenty of half of people will use it wisely, and half of them will use it not wisely.
Yeah.
It's not up to us to tell everyone how to use it. We have to just go do our job good and just give people the fastest tool on the market, the fastest alerts, faster than competitors, better insiders info, etc.
Nice. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, what are your plans for expanding and enhancing the app's features and capabilities? I know we talked about a couple of things. Anything you can tease us with? Any other new
Yeah, a
features
little
coming up?
bit. I will tease you with little things. Last time we started using GBT to even summarize news from different sites. So as you can see, you can save a bunch of time just not reading whole news, but having a summarization of it. And this is using GBT to analyze the news and to summarize it. But what we are doing right now, and we are starting it right now, and maybe we will be able to release it in a month. It will be also usage of GBT and combining the whole crypto most important knowledge and fresh knowledge, current knowledge from the market, from the news, from the explorers into one GBT app. I will not tell you more because this is big. I'll tell you about the bots. We already did bot for our sister companies, Buy the Deep bots, and it's working with plenty of users right now. But we are ready to also do our own bots for listings, for Twitter. On MaxData, you will be able to see also pairs of altcoins in near future, and also trade on them, and also do your own strategies and just do automations on trading.
Okay. It sounds like a lot of interesting features coming up for sure. Aside from that, what is your personal view on the market? Do you think we're back in a bull run now? Do you think this is kind of like 2019, where we're seeing like a mini bull run and then we'll go back to bear before then continuing to the real bull run? Yeah, what do you think about the market?
Yeah, it's not so obvious, you know. The market is changing every single day. And for example, I recorded a video 3 months ago when we were at this point, at this level, that we might grow huge. And I recorded it around $16,000. And why I recorded it just then? It was, of course, because of different metrics, and different metrics were showing that we are in a great time to buy. But there was also an event, and U.S. government decided to spend $1.7 billion during 2023. It was right here that spent a decision. $1.7 billion. So it's around 20% of US dollars in circulation. So what does it mean that if they want to spend it, it means that they have to print it somehow. There will be inflation because of that. So I don't know what will happen in next months. I can speculate that we might go to 50 or 60,000 and then go down or what. But you know, it's in my opinion, it's not so wise to try to do such predictions in far future, because we don't know what will happen. The COVID in 2020, the war in 2022, 2021. So I will show you one last thing, which might be interesting for you. Just simple comparison between halvings events and how much we grow during that halving events. So since 2011, since 2015, 2019, and right now. So if the pattern will repeat itself somehow, so these are the potential ways for the Bitcoin. And this was community prediction, but these lines are potential scenarios for BTC. Of course, we have to remember that this is also, of course, the past, how it looks in the past. But now it might look much different. But if we will analyze it we may see that some kind of growth to even to $60,000 is possible, but we have to understand that the market is still changing. In my opinion, Bitcoin 1 million or more, even during my life, it's really easy.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely see
That's
that.
why I'm betting on it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now that's super interesting to see that you can see all this and you know patterns. You know, there's a reason patterns work. You know, things do repeat. Of course, things are always changing, but it's nice to be able to look at that as well as yeah. So with someone with experience with data and software, what advice might you have for aspiring entrepreneurs that are looking to maybe build a business, a software business similar to
Oh, it's a
yours?
really good question in my opinion. Just do, in my opinion, not try to make money, but do a good business for others. Do a good thing which is helpful for you and for others. Do not try to just make money on the market, or just make money on trade, or just make money or some stuff or some software just to take people's money from them. Because in my opinion, it will not work for a long term. I have some such philosophy before, and each of my business weren't so successful, wasn't so successful as now. And MaxData started from the idea not to sell anything, not to be a software as a service company, but MaxData started from just an idea that me myself personally and my friends can get more from the next bull run than previous one, because of simple ideas of on-chain, of following on-chain metrics, etc. And that's why we did it. So in my opinion, focus on what do you need,
Mhm.
what your friends need, what they are willing to pay for, and try to give it to them in the cheapest and fastest way, in the easiest way, cheapest and fastest. Not to do some, beautiful graphics. No.
Yeah.
From the beginning, we didn't even have a website.
Mm.
From the beginning, we didn't even have the charts, anything. Just a color bot calling.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the data is what matters. No, that's very well put. Good advice there for anyone that also wants to be an entrepreneur. And how is it for you to be a nomadic entrepreneur? Because I know, you know, with the way the world has changed now, it's more and more common now for an entrepreneur to be nomadic, to travel. How is that for you? Routines, things like that. How do you stay productive?
Hmm. Yeah, it's not easy at the beginning when you are moving around, and for example, you have a plane, and you are not sleeping well during the night, and you have to stay productive. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Usually, I'm waking up at before 4 a.m. in the morning. So my time when it's normal, I'm usually waking up at 3 and 10 minutes before 4 a.m.
Wow. Nice.
In the morning, and recording videos, doing my job, and usually I'm finishing most important things before 8 a.m. in the morning. That is helping me a lot, really productive, because 4 a.m. till 6 a.m. nobody is
Yeah,
interrupting you. You can focus on most important things which are bringing you money, which are bringing you profit, which are
yeah.
important. So traveling is it's not helping.
It's what?
Traveling is not helping from the
Yeah.
beginning. You
Yeah,
have
oh, yeah.
many distractions,
For
planes,
sure.
hotels, restaurants, things and stuff, and it's not helping.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, just repeat it every day, every single day. Focus on what do you want to achieve.
absolutely.
When I'm working, for example, it's really helpful. I'm not working like normal. I'm setting alarm every single 3 minutes.
Hmm.
Every single 3 minutes, my phone is ringing when I'm working, and for 10 seconds, I'm reminding myself what is my goal, what I want to achieve today.
Wow.
I'm visualizing it. I'm focusing on it. I'm imagining it, and after 10 seconds, coming back to my work, and every 3 minutes,
Every 3 minutes. Wow, that's
every
pretty
three
incredible.
minutes. At the beginning, it was 2 minutes, but it was too fast.
Yeah.
So every 3 minutes, the alarm is alarming me
Interesting.
and reminding me not to just click, not to just forget where I'm going to, but to be focused, to be 100% focused.
It's like a constant meditation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a constant meditation. It's a constant affirmation. Yeah,
Interesting.
but basically, I was imagine that kind of business and that kind of lifestyle 2-3 years ago. Daily, I was visualizing it, that I have a business which I can do whenever I am. I can make money whenever I am. I have no employees,
Hmm. Okay.
but I have partners. I have freelancers,
I
no
see.
employees. It's
I
it's it's
see.
a, it's a different way
Yeah.
to think about business. You don't have to worry about anyone. You just cooperating. You want to cooperate with me? Nice. You don't want to cooperate with me? I don't mind. There are
Cool.
others. It's all right. It's up to you. So it's
I find
yeah.
that to be the best way also. Yeah.
Why I'm looking at this affirmation, when I'm looking at this law of attraction, because I'm using it every day uh, from many years, and it really works.
Amazing. Yeah.
Everything which I'm affirmating, visualizing, it happens in my life after some time. Not always after one day or after 2 days, but sometimes after one day also. But in my opinion, it really works and it's helpful, and I'm using it every day. Just how I'm using my brain and or hands to do my work.
Incredible. Incredible. I was gonna say, is would you credit visualization to a lot of your success? And it sounds like yes.
Yeah,
And
without it, it would be nothing probably.
yeah. I mean,
Because you
that's
have to, you
awesome.
have to know what is your goal.
Right? You got it.
You have to
Absolutely.
visualize your goal,
Hmm.
and when you are clear, what do you want?
That's when that's the only time it can come in for sure, for sure. Just quickly, do you still see yourself traveling a lot? What are some places you want to go, or are you like more looking for a home base?
Once again, traveling.
So are you still being nomadic? Are you trying? Or do you have any? What are your kind of future travel plans, or are you gonna be looking more for a home base at some point?
We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm doing it because I like it. I like to
Hmm.
travel. I like to meet people. Staying in one place. You are young. I'm young. So staying in one place for us, it's in my opinion too boring.
Yeah, yeah, I would
we have
agree.
to we have to look for things. Look for
For sure,
excitement. So
for sure.
it's we have to use our life as we want, as we would like, and not to be programmed by our community, our society, to stay in one place, to stay in one home, uh, not to develop ourselves. You know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe that's how it
We
used to
have
be,
to
but
we
not
have to
anymore.
use the potential of our life every single day, in my opinion, and just focus, just do a job good,
Nice.
get up early before the sun,
Yeah. Did
focus
you
on your
always
goal.
wake up early, or was that something you had to train
No,
yourself? Okay,
it's
cool.
it's trained, of course, it's trained.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. With that being said, yeah, any last words you might want to share with the audience, with anyone listening today, and where can they find you?
Just go to MaxData
Okay,
app for
cool.
your link, for your ref link, because there will be much more longer
Hmm.
trial access.
Awesome, awesome. Sounds great. With that, Julian, thank you so much for taking the time to share your insights and experiences. It's been a pleasure to catch up. Nice to have met you here in Phuket. Yeah, crazy how things work. I'm sure our listeners have learned a lot from about MaxData.app, about crypto, about the markets, and it was really an intriguing conversation. And I wish you the best for MaxData and continued success in the future.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Take care,
Pleasure
man.
to meet you.
Thanks. Have a good one, guys.